I'm Jess, Customer Support Manager at Byway, and today I'm gonna give you a sneak peek of what's going on in our inboxes and answer our most popular questions. Here's a really good question. How do I set up my Interrail Pass? We do offer an Interrail workshop every Wednesday that you can join along with a lot of other travelers who have similar questions about setting up the Interrail Pass and adding the journeys to the app, adding all the different pass numbers to the app, and any question you might have really. We also do have resources that you can use. One of them is the video that's linked below and a PDF that's been curated by Adrienne. Another popular question is, what should I bring on my trip? That really depends from person to person, but I'm gonna tell you my go-to list of things to bring on a train journey. Number one, especially if you're traveling on a night train, is some good earplugs. Also your music, your favorite books. A favorite of mine is board games. I always play board games with my friends or my family in the train, and my top one board game to play on the train is Macominos. Also, do not forget your passport and checking your visa requirements depending on where you come from and where you're traveling to. The really cool thing about traveling by train is that you do not have very strict restrictions. However, I do recommend you pack lightly and you always leave some space for souvenirs, especially because by train you can also bring as many liquids as you want, which is quite convenient. Another request we get very often is how we support accessibility needs. We actually recently launched an accessibility form which you can fill in before you book or after you book, where you can list all the specific needs you might have, such as assistance at the station, anything for your sensory needs, or you can let us know if you have a guide dog, and really an example that applies to you. Someone is asking whether they can change the time of their train from Fürth to Zurich. Yes, if your journey guide says you're traveling with an Interrail Pass and that no seat reservation is needed on that journey, you can take any local train departing anytime that day. Just make sure you arrive on time for your next connection. Another example is the trip of Jake from the customer support team, who had a stopover in Venice, traveling from Trieste, and decided to maximize the time by leaving at 7 a.m. rather than 9 a.m. One of the questions we get most frequently is, how do I go from Gare du Nord to Gare de Lyon in Paris? And I have 3 different ways I recommend. The first one is taking the direct metro, which takes about 15 minutes. The other one is walking halfway, so you walk to the Seine and then you take the metro to the Gare de Lyon. The third way is walking all the way to the 11th arrondissement. If you want to walk all the way between the 2 stations, I recommend you get in touch with our team so they can change the times of your second train, ideally pre-booking, and leave enough time to see Paris on foot. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the rails.